Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm going to present you async because I am in a different time zone. I would like to talk to you about the testing tools that as they are used in business IT projects. So it means that we are deploying projects based on business requirements, but then at the end, the solution should stay in the hands of the business, and therefore they have to test that what was delivered is done accordingly. So in the context of it is why is it important to use good testing tools? Obviously, it accelerates and streamline the testing process from the writing to the test to the automated execution, etc. So as you know, no secret, the better the testing, the better the end solution quality, and then we avoid disaster. Um, I will talk a bit later about that, but we are working mainly in an agile environment. I mean, in the current project I'm not doing waterfall anymore, or at least this is minimized and fully integrated and shared with agile practices. And during the life cycle, as we discussed in this course, it is very important to follow the testing rigorously across the full project. Otherwise, we might end up with what you call in US Obamacare, with a deployment that is quite failing and actually badly perceived by the public. So testing is really critical before going into production. When you are in production, of course, you should do regression testing, etc., automate everything to keep the solution there. So as I said, I will talk here more about in an agile context, and mainly the Jira. It's a tool, that's the most commonly used tool in business projects. And therefore you will hear a bit of this tool here. So there are a couple of testing tool on the market. There are a lot. Here I put a small selection. You have ANO, X-ray, HPQC, Zephyr Scale. All of them have different advantages and disadvantages. For example, we can go from X-ray and ANO, which are, according to me and also TestRail, the best ones when you want to work really in Jira and have an integrated solution. You also have other tools, older tool like HPQC. I worked with it, but it was 10 years ago. And it's really like an Excel based tool inside an application. Finally, Excel can also be a testing tool. You know, there are very small project where we don't need Jira, we don't need all those integrated deployment infrastructure, and then you can write test cases and test them directly, give a status in Excel. So I took three of them. I worked with the three of them. So the first one it's HPQC. As I said, it's robust, it's working well, but it was mainly used in waterfall projects. Yeah, it integrates well with legacy system, and as you see here, it's quite rudimentary user interface, really kind of old school. Also, I remember the licensing costs were quite high. Another one, which is much more modern and integrated, it's X-ray. You see X-ray, actually, the particularity of it is that it integrates directly into Jira, and it creates you different items that you can directly use in your board, etc. So on top of the usual feature story, etc., you also now can create ticket or issues that are test case, test execution, etc. So that means that when you work with your team on your board, you will directly see everything related to test, aside story, aside feature, etc. That's an advantage, but personally, I don't like it because it can quickly create a mess on the board. If I go now to my favorite one, which is ANO, here it's also built natively for Agile, but what is really great here is the user interface. So you will not have your business calling you every 5 minutes to say, oh, can I create a test? Or should I do this and that? Because simply from a user story, like as a user, I want the car that will have a green back. they can click on it and they can directly create a test case based on it with the related acceptance criteria. So the easiness of it is really great. I really like it, and I recommend it for some of you that work on big projects. Yeah, dashboarding, real-time stuff. Okay, there are also some drawbacks like some integration with external CI/CD or automated testing tools are a bit limited. But anyway, all in all, it makes it a very good test case. You see the interface here. Finally, if I have to close this topic about business project tools, I would say that according to me, there's really three pillars that we need to focus on. The first one is the visualization. You really want to see everything in one dashboard, whether it's for example, a certain release, you have a number of test cases inside test plans, and you directly see, okay, those are parts 8 are fails, which one are fails? Are they critical? Are not? Aren't they critical, etc.? You can directly monitor everything and have a lot of statistics that are really easy. You see the color are quite clear, progress, not passed, etc. And then you focus on what's important. So the other thing is the integration. Of course, today we are not only working like we do a test, it's okay, we release, but what's important is also to do automation and also regression or integration testing. And here, what's important is to have a tool that connects with the broader ecosystems. So here, if you want, for example, to build Postman, as we will see with my colleagues in this group, or Jenkins test, etc., the advantage, for example, of INO is that you can schedule off those tests and they will be regularly updated in your report, so you directly see if something has failed. And as I said, the final one is really the user integration. Don't make a tool that nobody can use or will ask you thousands of questions. That should be easy, streamlined, and in a few minutes you can create a lot of test cases. Voilà. Thank you very much.